J-Dunk is live here for Deathmatch AOE. We have rebranded ourselves. Again, this is our niche, this is what we do. At least this is what we do best. This is what we're going to be focusing on. We'll be bringing 24/7 Deathmatch content. Again, shout out to our new followers. I do appreciate. We're up to 22 now. Our new goal is 50, so we're starting the month of May with a goal of 50. So please help us out then by subscribing to our Twitch channel. We're just going to be chatting today for the next hour, I believe, doing kind of a state of the game. Kind of want to see let me get fully set up here. Kind of want to go over like where we think the series is game by game. We're going to start with Age of Empires 1 Definitive Edition. Obviously, like we want to bring some of these state of the games, not only to talk with the players and the fans, but also to kind of like give the development community a little bit of voice for the DM community or the deathmatch community. I don't think there's really a tremendous amount of folks talking for us, especially on 4. 1, 2, Mythology 3, as far as I'm aware of, kind of have their little communities that are pretty tight, and they play, and they're pretty outspoken. And as far as I know, playing Definitive Edition 1 and 2, the development team really does, I have to give them credit, they really do listen to the community. Whether it's YouTube videos or whether it's, directly on the forum or through insiders and beta testers, they really do a great job listening to the community. So I want to give a shout out to them. Everything that we've asked for in AOE 1 Definitive Edition, we pretty much got. As far as 2 goes, it's constantly patched with hot fixes and updates. As we all know, 2 is getting like 16 ancient civs and a brand new civ, which is awesome. Huge news for them. I do think it puts 1 in predicament. That's kind of what we're going to go over here today. Age of Empires 1, at least Definitive Edition, collective in my opinion, has really just been wanting some different map types, and honestly, maybe a couple new civs. I feel like that's about all that we're really asking for at this point. It's a small community. I really think that like putting that new civ in Age of Empires 1 would have been fantastic in getting the Vietnam community to kind of convert over to Definitive Edition. I want to say that may have been a mistake. Again, I don't think the AOE 1 community is going to die. It's very segregated in the sense of a lot of people, especially in the eastern part of the world, play just the original ROR. It's obviously, most of us know, a free copy. The CD copy is what they play essentially, and since the 2000s, that's been a free copy for the most part. Developers know this, we know this. I think, I'm not going to say that that's why it's so big, but I think that does add to its popularity. Being able to download it easily, a lot of people know how to play it, it can be played on multiple computers, either online or on LAN. It's a great game to start out with. I would even, again, starting with this state of the game, I would say Age of Empires Definitive Edition scores a 7.5 to 8, in my opinion. The graphics are great. The community is still there. They ebb and flow, unfortunately, but it's still a very good core of not only random or standard match players, but also deathmatch players. So if you do remember the old zone days of playing, standard and deathmatch, the game is very much there. The patches and updates they've given us, the ones that we wanted, such as Mirror Civilizations. The pathfinding was fixed, I believe, 2 years ago, which was a huge issue. So, all in all, I think Age of Empires Definitive Edition is in a strong position, again, to keep the community and even gain some new ones, but it would need to be not neglected. And I understand, I'm not trying to get in, their marketing or anything like that, but I understand that you're selling a game for $20 and 10 on sale and this and that. I don't think it's an issue with the finances is what's causing players from the ROR community to not come over. I feel like it's an issue with, again, nothing really new. I give the developers credit, but I also have to take it away here. It's the graphics are better, absolutely, than the CD copy. I mean, the pathfinding, again, is tenfold better. There's lots of little stuff that's better for the Definitive Edition game as opposed to the original ROR CD copy. But unfortunately, there's no new civs, there's no new maps, there's no new, Pop 400 or tuning packs that really add to the game, if that makes any sense. Again, for instance, they're doing the D3 game type in Age of Empires 2. I believe that could have been brought to Age of Empires 1. I'm not 100% for sure on that, but I believe that, again, some of these things, adding that new civ to Age of Empires 1, would have probably done better boosting those AoE sales, in my opinion. But again, that's if you want to boost the original Age of Empires sales. I will also say I don't think that that's particularly what they want. I think that they're probably going to try to fade original Age of Empires. No, I'm not going to say out, but into the dust, to where they don't have to update it and this and that. It's not not being begged upon for this and that. Because again, what we're asking for, guys, was a couple new game types, or a couple new game maps. Black Forest, throw that in there. This is what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be Black Forest, but and a couple new civs, that are fairly balanced, and we get all that if we go to Age of Empires 2. You get better graphics, even higher than the original Definitive Edition one. You get all new civilizations that most people have not played in a long time or never played before. You get the Black Forest and the new maps with the variants of them. So, in my opinion, I believe that they're trying to put it more of in the shadows, if that makes any sense. Original Age of Empires, it had its issues, but it's a great game. It's a great game to start a game. But, most people, I feel like, if they're going to convert over, this would be the point to do it. This is absolutely the point to do it. And I think that's going to kind of leave Age of Empires Definitive Edition side, mind you, kind of in the dust. Now, as far as the ROR CD copy players, they're not affected by this, in my opinion. Again, is it appealing? Absolutely. Again, I'm sure they have research on it, done tons of research on this. Is it appealing? Yes, absolutely. Does it bring a little more modern approach to the game? Absolutely. Um, we will see. I feel like Age of Empires 1 is going to be more of a, we're going to see how this unfolds. It's a tough game, and I understand that it's probably not the one that you'd want to develop for by any means, or add new civs to, and do a bunch of balancing act, you know, over the next year or two. But I do believe that it's kind of owed. The definitive edition really hasn't, was really more of an upgrade on the graphics and some of the shift clicks and like the hotkeys and stuff like that, which is again fantastic. I feel like it makes the game far more enjoyable, especially to the lower skill level. But as far as it drawing new people to the game, I think that's where they're having the biggest issue. And maybe they believe they just cannot do that with a new Civ or two. So that's where I believe the state of the game is for Age of Empires Definitive Edition. And again, the ROR